Great success, and obviously a very important topic. Could you say a little bit before we wrap up about the nonverbal speaker? And because I just appreciate so much about how you were talking about how their intelligence is in there and so forth. About some of the Melillo method, I know it's very individualized, but some of the more common things that you do with the nonverbal.
Yeah, so to me that, was the most fascinating. And what really opened the door to me on understanding this was when I started working with a woman who does spelling. And she is a child that I had worked with, and for 20 years she was working on spelling with him, and opened the world. And honestly, I've been exposed to it years before. And like many parents, I looked at it, and because my understanding of the problem and the root cause wasn't sophisticated enough, I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's BS. That kid doesn't know that. How would they know that? They don't know anything. So how could they be spelling these complex sentences? And it looks like somebody's guiding their hand. And I thought, okay, that's not real. And then as I understood, and as my search for really understanding why they can't speak evolved, and really, we published a paper on that. I understood that the root cause is that they don't know where their body is. They're not building these sensory motor maps in the right side of their brain. And it's not a lack of words, and it's not a lack of speech on the left side of the brain. And then I met somebody who explained it to me in neuroscience terms that, we're not guiding their hand. When we touch them, now they know where their hand is, and they can spell because the words are there. They know, and that really resonated with me because I went, wow, okay, that's exactly where my model is going. Um, and that made sense to me because now you're not guiding them, or even you're actually resisting them, and that feedback allows them for the first time to know where their own hand is, and now they can spell, but the words and everything are already there because they're so brilliant. And so now with we work with hundreds and hundreds of kids like this, and I ask them questions. Like, I love asking them questions. Like, the first question I ask them is, why can't you speak? And they'll tell you if you ask them, but nobody, even the parents, don't ask them that question. Even people that are spelling, I say, have you ever asked them? And they tell me the same thing. I don't feel my body. I can't move my body. One kid described it perfectly. I mean, neuroscience, so we developed something called a homunculus.